Peace, everybody. Welcome to Capital Combat. The name says it all. I'm Hakeem Branch.
I'm Rob Jarrell.
And today we're going to be previewing this Saturday's heavyweight doubleheader, which will be airing on Showtime. If you do not have Showtime, it's actually the Showtime free preview weekend, so you can still check it out. Not going to be close to a TV. It's streaming live on YouTube. You get to watch heavyweight fighters probably knock each other out. What's not to love about that?
Also, you can check it out on the Showtime app if you have the phone, and Comcast, DirecTV, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so there is no way that you couldn't see this fight. If you wanted to see it, you can see it. But let's talk about who's actually fighting on this card.
It's a heavyweight matchup, doubleheader, both for belts.
Yes. On the undercard, we've got Vyacheslav Glazkov, the Tsar, versus Charles Martin. And that is for the IBF title belt. We'll get into the politics of that later. And then in the main event, we've got Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder going against Wilder-Szpilka.
It's Polish.
Yes. So we're going to start off with the undercard, Martin and Glazkov, and go from there. Now, like I said, we're going to go ahead and get into the politics real quick. We don't really like to, but this one is actually kind of important when talking about the landscape of these fights, because these are all to determine the heavyweight kingpin, who right now is Tyson Fury.
But it makes the landscape that much more interesting.
Yes. Now, when Fury beat Klitschko, he won all but the WBC belt.
That's Deontay Wilder's.
Right. So there were two. There was Fury at the top of the mountain, Wilder like hovering right there, climbing the peak.
1A, 1B, however you want to say it.
Right. But for some reason, the IBF decides that they don't do rematches. And because Vladimir Klitschko has a rematch clause, which he has he exercised? He is.
Yeah, that fight's on. That's coming in like late spring, early summer.
Right. So they're going to have to do a rematch. The IBF just said, we don't want to do rematches. We'll have somebody else fight for the belt. Enter Glazkov and Martin. Now, Glazkov has been fighting at the top level for a little while now. Hovering around the top level. He's fought Steve Cunningham. He's fought
Malik
Scott. And did he fight Adamek?
I want to say he fought Adamek.
I believe he did.
He's fought some really good names.
Yeah.
And guys who were just around that contender status.
Yeah, it's a little late. Sorry, I have brain farts. But Martin, on the other hand, has a very glossy record. He's 20-0, 1 draw, 22-0, 20 wins by knockout. Unfortunately, he has not faced anyone or fought above the club level until this Saturday. So it's time for him to show and prove that either he belongs there or he doesn't. He does have skill. He's got some pretty decent hand speed. He may or may not have power. We don't know 100% for sure because of his competition level. He has decent reflexes. He is a southpaw. But one thing I don't like is that he keeps his hands really low. His hands probably are about where my hands are right now when he fights. And for a more seasoned fighter like Glazkov, you may be able to take advantage of that. What you think?
Yeah, I think the experience of Glazkov is really going to carry him. Now, Martin might surprise everyone and pull out the upset, because I think with him it's going to be an upset. He's taller, he's got the greater reach, he's got the knockout advantage. But again, that comes with the level of fighters that you're going up against.
Right.
So something like that is, I want to say he's never seen someone at this caliber who is as fresh and as skilled as Glazkov, and Glazkov is probably going up against, I'm not even going to say the biggest opponent he's had, because he's fought Lee Scott, who's about 6'4", 6'5", and hovering around 230 pounds. Charles Martin is about 6'4",
I think so.
6'4", 6'5"-ish as well. He doesn't do anything great. I think he throws a great hook off his jab.
Yes.
But because he throws both very low, and he kind of, I'm going to be honest, the way his stance is, he looks a little lazy. He doesn't have the best movement. He has pretty decent footwork, but the movement leaves a little bit to be desired to me.
Yeah, he sometimes looks to be labored. His left hand kind of gets slow at times, but what he does is he likes to throw the left hand and then pull back, which usually has the counters slide out of the way. Glazkov may be able to time that and catch him anyway, because he is a little bit more experienced than the people that Martin has faced previously.
Now, the other thing with this is, you're not going to beat Glazkov in a 12-round match. We've seen that with Cunningham, and we've seen that with Lee Scott, and we both thought that they both won. They were very disputable, very questionable. I definitely thought Lee Scott won. I think Cunningham probably could have gotten the nod, but hey, that's on the refs. That's in the past.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. But that's really the last point of that. We don't know, like, judges tend to favor him, kind of like Danny Garcia.
Yeah.
So if it goes 12, Glazkov's probably going to win. Let's move on to the main event. Wilder-Szpilka, another southpaw, has a kind of a different style. He's a little bit of a counter puncher. He has a very sneaky right hook, and he's faced a few decent guys as well, but the best guy he fought, Bryant Jennings, he ended up being knocked out against. Now in Wilder, he's facing someone who's much taller, much more powerful, has a significant reach advantage, but a lot of people still aren't sold on him yet. I'm getting there. I think he still has work to do, which is granted because he started very late in boxing. But he is constantly working on those things that he needs to work on. So every time you see him, he's a little bit better. And I think even the unpolished Wilder that we saw before the Stavern fight, will probably be able to handle Szpilka. That's not to say that Szpilka isn't a talented fighter. I just think the physical tangibles, the power, the reach, combined with his newfound improved footwork, slightly improved defense. He's still getting hands put on him a lot. But that Duhaupas and Molina were both a little bit taller than Szpilka.
Right.
And in order for Szpilka to score, he's going to have to sell out. He likes to sit back and he'll come forward and then he'll kind of widen the stance to prepare for counter punches, which won't work against Wilder because he'll just stay far off, pick him apart with the jab. And then it's only a matter of time before he lands that booming right hand.
Yeah, Szpilka could easily mistime or misjudge the distance of his jab, because he very long jab, very long right hand. I've seen it done a few times where they thought they were backing up or getting out of the way, and they still got hit by it.
Yeah. So, long story short, I do think Wilder will produce a knockout, probably around the middle rounds. Szpilka is a tough customer, and it took Bryant Jennings 10 rounds of wearing him down before he was able to stop him. Wilder has a lot more power, but like I said, Szpilka is a little tricky, and he may be able to do a few defensive moves to survive a little bit longer than a lot of people are picking him to survive. A lot of people are saying he gets knocked out really early, which may happen.
Yeah, we've seen it done before.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons you want to watch. Can he stay on his feet, or will Wilder get another highlight knockout? We will find out Saturday night. You got anything else you want to add?
I've got nothing else.
Neither do I. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you like the information. If you got anything you want to add, hit us up in the comments below. Make sure you like this video. Subscribe if you have not done so. You can hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, and Google Plus at CapitalofCombat. Hit us up on an email, capitalofcombat@gmail.com. Any questions, we got you in the combat mailbag. We got the technical toolbox. We got a ton of those we've been shooting lately. So those are going to be coming out a little bit more frequently. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
This is round one, and you've already lost. They don't seem to see that everything we've done is coming and cost. My fists are on fire. I perform till I perspire. My demons are in a rage. Keep thinking that it's a game. I kick rhyme, hurricane. I told them I don't play. I'm liquid.
Black Street Fighter.